Spa, a much anticipated event this weekend. It's round 8 of the Lotus on Track Elise Trophy. Now, not only is Francorchamps home to the Formula 1 Belgium Grand Prix, it's also considered to be one of the most challenging tracks in the world. It's fast, it's hilly, it's twisty, and then there's the famous and dangerous section, the Eau Rouge complex. Let's go find out how qualifying went. So I'm joined now by Jan. Jan, this is the first time you've actually raced with the Lotuses, is that right?
Yes, that's true. It's the first time in the Lotus on Track series, and we enjoy it here in Spa. Spa is a lot easier for us because we come from Holland, and it's not overseas, so it's easier for us. The costs are low, and it's a lovely series. A lot of Lotuses, and that's what we like.
Is it the first time you've raced at Spa?
No, I've been here before. Spa is one of the best circuits in the world, I think. So it's lovely to be here.
What is it that's good about Spa, is it, from a racing driver's point of view?
I think it's the height difference, the speed difference. It's a lot of tricky corners, fast corners. It's got everything in here, and it's the atmosphere in the middle of the woods. It's very good.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck, and hopefully we'll catch up with you afterwards. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you. Bye bye.
So Kai, it's great that you've been able to join us. You're Swedish but based in Belgium, is that right?
Yeah, I lived there for 9 years, and when I got my Lotus, I met Paul and other guys.
And how are you finding it this weekend?
Yes, it's fun. I mean, I stayed at a hotel here or up in Ardennes to meet everyone. I can go home, but I'd rather stay here to meet everyone. This is the people I've met for the last 4 or 5 years of my life.
And it's quite a nice social event as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more social than racing, actually. I'm too old to be a racer. It's just for fun.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in the race. Where have you qualified?
Yeah, well, I'm in the backpack, I think. So I hope the car will be running better in the race than in qualifying. We'll try.
Well, with drivers prepping, cars being started, and of course the excitement growing here in the paddock, we're getting ready for race 1. On pole is Chris Randall, followed by Martin Roos in second and Andrew Kell in third. Andrew, congratulations, first in Class C, eh?
Yeah, fantastic. I really enjoyed that. I had a fantastic tussle with Mr. Williams again. He gave me a hard time through the corners, but yeah, it was great fun. Great fun.
And your favourite part of the track today?
Oh, the bit where Steve span off, just coming out of the bus stop, gave me breathing space.
You drove a great race, well done to you.
Thanks.
Steve, you span.
Yes.
What happened?
I don't know, really pushing too hard. Andrew obviously with the supercharger, he's got the straights, and as he says, I can get the corners. I honestly thought at some point he was trying to stop me off coming out of the corners so he could just accelerate down the straights, but actually just told me that he was rubbish at corners. So I thought I would try and push harder, and just lost it.
Fair enough, but you pulled through to win Class B, eh?
Yes, that's good, and not that far behind Andrew even after the spin.
Well, that was a very good race. Did you enjoy it?
Wonderful, wonderful. How can you not enjoy Spa? And the sun's out as well.
Randy, you drove a blinding race. You had an absolutely huge lead. How was it?
Yeah, it was good fun. I love this place. It's absolutely the best race circuit in the world, and really privileged to drive here. I love it. I was quite lucky. I got a good start. The white car that was really the only one that's going to give me a hard time. I think he binned it on the first lap, and that was that really. Good fun.
And probably about 30 seconds ahead. Was it boring on your own?
Yeah, I need Walshy back out so he can give me a hard time and have a bit of fun at the front. So yeah, but I'm sure that will happen at Brands Hatch.
I'm sure it will. And tell me about the new look you've got for your car.
Yeah, it was a bit of an accident with the paint shop. We've got a new corporate identity for the company, and the green we're using came with a Pantone reference, which went to the paint shop and it came back wrong. So it's Army Camo Green.
Well, a new look and a huge win. Congratulations to you. Are you out later on today?
We are, yeah. We got the Heritage race, the 50-minute race, which we're on pole for there, so that should be good fun as well.
And who are you teamed up with?
We got Scott Fitzgerald in the car, who's a guy who drove my car at the 24-hour race at Silverstone. Quick guy, he actually set the pole time in that. So yeah, it should be a good race.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and we'll catch up with you after. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
So congratulations to you, Martin. Class A winner. How was your race?
Race was very eventful. Obviously, thankfully to Paul Goling donating his car yet again. I thought he had sense after Downs when he seen what sort of state he came back in at that time, but he was straight to the pumps and offered the car on Friday, and obviously he qualified it, and I had to sort of make use of it. And according to Paul, on the first lap, I managed to pass 20 cars, so you managed. It was a bit like Piccadilly Circus, and it was eventful. And for thoroughly, just like Downs, I thoroughly enjoyed it. A race is a race, and to be asked to race at such a venue of Spa is an honour and a privilege. There's not many chances in life you get to race in this circuit, and when Paul made the phone call and offered it, I jumped at it, and thankfully this time I brought my wife with me, and we're having a fantastic weekend. The sun is shining, and we got a result, we got a trophy to bring home to the kids, so it's nice, it's good.
It's fantastic, and of course this isn't the first time you've raced here. You've been here in F1, haven't you? How does the circuit compare now with some of the changes that have been made compared to back then?
Obviously, with anything, any Formula 1 racing, they try and improve it regards safety, and they've modified the circuit. They've obviously taken away the old bus stop and now put in a similar chicane, but it's more of a V right and then left. And it's nice, it's challenging, it makes up for good overtaking opportunities. I got Anthony on the last lap of the chicane, going the race early on, and we went through there side by side, and I thought this time I wasn't going to be so much of a gentleman. I just tried to squeeze him a bit wider, but the wild old fox took back up the inside and then done me, so it was good, and obviously he had a bit more power to drag me to the checker flag. But as I said, be it Formula 1, be it a Lotus on track champion, a race, it's in the veins, and it's great. I've raced here quite a few times, twice in British F3 in 86 and 87, and I raced here in 89 and 2000 with Eddie Jordan's team. Then obviously I drove in F1 with Lotus, and I drove here in a Group C Porsche with Derek Bell, which was an honour and privilege in the wet against the Jags and the Mercedes. And I drove with my own team here in 2003 and 5 with the Radicals. So I've got a fair bit of speed and knowledge of the place.
That's fantastic. And you're out again later on today in the endurance race.
Yes.
Who are you racing with?
Everybody. I think there's 53 cars. It's a free fall. But I think that I think we put down me as the first stint. But this is my sketchy here, my co-driver. I think before I do much more damage to the car, let him do the first stint, and then he can pass. I'll have my fun, and he can pass over to me.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. So there we have our 4 class winners: Chris Randall, Andrew Kell, Steve Williams and Martin Donnelly. Now a lot of these drivers are going to be involved in the Heritage 50-minute endurance race later on. This is going to involve driver changes and a rolling start, something that a lot of these drivers aren't too au fait with. Well, we're joined now by our race winners. Well done to you guys. You enjoy that?
Thank you. Yeah, it was very good. It was easy. Chris did all the hard work, and I just got in and cruised around.
Because you started, didn't you, Chris?
Yeah, I started. I think we're cheating a little because our car's faster than everyone else's. But yeah, quite amusing. And I had Scott, who's a bit of a hero, really.
Well, you stepped in the last minute, didn't you, Scott?
Yeah, I stepped in at the last minute. I was supposed to be driving Christian Watkins' car, but then we had a last minute change because we had all sorts of gearbox problems. So Chris let me jump in the second half with him. So yeah, it was a cruise really. We were worried about fuel actually, because in the main lot race it was mild. If you just work the fuel out, we were going to be on fumes at the end. So yeah, we were short shifting from halfway through. And Chris nearly crashed it, of course. Go on, tell us the story.
Oh, did you? What happened there?
I did it on lap 3. I went a bit fast through Poohon. I decided it was a good opportune moment to try a slightly different line, and I came out backwards, and lots of tyre smoke and 4 square tyres. So after that, it was nursing it home.
Well done to you both. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers. Well, you can see behind me the famous Eau Rouge complex. Let's go and join Andrew Kell and see what it's really like on the track. Andrew, here we are in the famous Eau Rouge, on track, racing line. What's it like to drive it?
It's a fantastic corner. It's probably the most famous corner in motorsport, and justifiably so, because you come down from La Source and this looms in front of you for what feels like a really long time. Come through, you get a load of compression in this dip here, up the hill, get a brow, got to get your car straight. If you don't, you're a bit twitchy. It's got everything, this corner. It's got drama, excitement.
It certainly has, and a huge history as well. I mean, standing here, you can really get an idea of the incline going up round through the bend.
Yeah.
Is that a true representation when you're in the car as well?
Yeah, you feel it, because when you're on full power as soon as you come through this first bit, really. But you're not accelerating, you're just going up the hill at a sort of constant speed.
And what sort of speeds are they?
Through here, exit speeds sort of at the top there, about 120, probably turning in at about the same sort of speed, so carrying forward through probably about 110, 115.
That's incredible, because compare that to a Formula 1 car and that's 185, so you're actually not that slow in comparison. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty incredible, it really is.
Yeah.
And in terms of the rest of the circuit, I mean, it's a 4.5 mile track.
Yep.
What's your lap times?
2:47 roughly. roundabout.
Which is pretty quick for around 4.5 miles. Is there any other bends that are significantly poignant for you, or?
Yeah, best bends I reckon. Pouhon, which is a double apex left-hander down a steep hill, cracking bend, and then further round towards the back end of the circuit there's Blanchimont, which is another bend where it's a high 100 mph plus bend. You've got to keep your foot in.
Wow.
So there's this is a circuit of many fantastic bends.
And if we take into consideration, this is the first race out here in Spa for this series.
Yep.
How does it compare being in Spa compared to being in one of the UK circuits?
It's sort of bigger and it feels more special because we're abroad, and everyone's really excited about coming to this circuit. We've had a great weekend so far. Got another race tomorrow, and we're going to come back again next year.
It's just incredible. It really is. So I wish you the very best luck. You're not going to be getting out tomorrow, are you? You've got
No, I've
engine
got
problems.
some technical issues, so I should be spectating tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll find me a job or two to do on the in the paddock.
Well, if they can't, I can.
Excellent.
We'll certainly see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining us, and
Thanks, Gemma.
we'll let you crack on.
Cheers.
Well, a breathtaking view from up here in Eau Rouge, right at the top of the hill. Well, a fantastic day's racing for all of us here today, spectators and drivers alike, and what a great result in the endurance race, getting our Lotus guys up there on the first place podium. That's all from us today though. While I stay here on this eerie, quiet track, we'll see you again next time.